Alrighty guys, alright, let's see. Alrighty guys, so yesterday I did my first run in the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3, and all I can say guys is I'm really impressed with this shoe. I actually tried, the version 1 and the 2 before, and I actually really like the version 1 a lot. I like the fit, the ride of version 1. It's like basically just the overall feel of that shoe. I like it so much. Still have it here. So probably probably put like maybe 500 miles in this shoe now. I would say probably after like 200, something like that. I just stopped using it on the road. I started like just kind of using it for my training runs, like mostly on the treadmill. So yeah, like I just really like this shoe a lot. Like it's just the overall feel of the shoe. It's just amazing, and especially the ride of the shoe. And the version 2, I don't know why, but I just didn't like the 2. Like it's just the ride of the version 2 for me. It's too firm. I really wanted to keep them, but I said like I really want to keep this because I think maybe like run maybe like more and more, maybe it would feel better. But I was just not saying it's gonna get better because I think the ride was just too firm for me. So yeah, but anyway, today, this is gonna be all about this shoe right here, the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. Yeah, like I said, I went out for a run yesterday. I did like just pretty much a little bit of everything. I did like an easier pace, and then did like a more like a tempo kind of run, and then also at the end just kind of like try like some faster paces just to see how this feel like different paces. And I can say that the shoe it's just very comfortable. Like when I did like that, the kind of like a tempo run, I actually did a 5K run in this, because for me that's kind of like about like a good test for the shoe, since this is of course like a racing shoe. What I was really noticing when I was running in this one is like the lightweight feel of the shoe. And actually, let's go ahead and see the actual weight of this one. So I wore actually size 9.5. See, right there, 7.62 ounces. That's why for like it felt really light when I was running there, because like I think I'm like most of my shoes right now are in 8 ounces kind of weight. So yeah, this is definitely like super light for me. So yeah, when I actually did that 5K tempo test run, I was really trying to really feel the shoe a lot, and I was just trying to change the pace a little bit here and there and see how it would feel. And actually, as far as I remember, like hit the first mile, and it was like maybe push the pace and see how it goes. And I remember I was running around 6:30, I think 6:40, something like that. And then when I did like the hard push right there, from 6:30 down to 6:06, something like that, and I was like, wow, like this shoe is amazing. Like it felt like that smoothness of the shoe from transitioning from that pace to like a really fast one. So that you guys would have an idea about this, the feel of the midsole. It's nice and springy right there. Actually, the stack height of the midsole, it's 39 millimeter on the heel, and then it's 31 on the forefoot. So that's about like an 8 millimeter offset. And yeah, you guys also know like it's like Saucony is well known for their the speed roll geometry. So that's kind of like the rocker feel right there. And I think the midsole material is actually like a P-Bax. I think it's the same as like the Vaporfly. So that's why it feels really bouncy and smooth when I was running. And the fit of this one is actually very comfortable as well. It feels kind of snug, but in a good way. It doesn't, I would say it doesn't feel like kind of uncomfortable. It just like that nice snug that it doesn't make your foot like move so much when you're running. And then yeah, the heel counter right there. It's right there. Yeah, it's really like nice and solid right there. It gives you like, secures the heel really well. And I can feel that there's a little bit of like, I don't know, maybe like some sort of like a plastic right here. And yeah, of course, you can guys see that the upper right there is like, it's just like there's like lots of holes like everywhere. Like the breathability of the shoe is really amazing. Actually goes all the way right here, really close to the heel counter. So it actually, the material just feels like actually like a fishnet, I would say, something like that. Let me see, if I put my hand, if you can see my hand right there. Yeah, that's how thin it is right there. And the tongue actually has like these 3 big holes right here. So the shoe is just super breathable. And yeah, the tongue right there is like so thin. Yeah, it's kind of short actually. There it's pretty short, and it's very thin. Yeah, like that. So yeah, to be honest with you guys, I'm not really sure yet, because of course I have not tried this shoe for like longer like distance yet. Like yeah, that was just my first run, so it's like a 5K and then some like shorter intervals and stuff like that. But for me right now, I really like this. For me, it feels very comfortable. Right now I can say that this would be a really good like 5K up to a half marathon in my opinion kind of shoe, because it's, yeah, the stack height is really high, like for sure, like 39 here and then 31 here, so that's pretty high stack, but it actually feels pretty flat when you're running. That's one thing actually I was like looking for a shoe, because like I like the Alpha Fly a lot, but when you are trying to run like on a more like a 5K and a 10K kind of pace, that's where sometimes the Alpha Fly feels a little bit clunky. It feels like yeah, it just feels like heavy. I would not say heavy, it feels like kind of bulky. That's what I meant. So this one right here is just the right shoe, I would say, for like those kind of distances. Like I have not tried this yet for like longer stuff, of course, but I can see that yeah, this might be even my, you know, my half marathon like, you know, shoe, because yeah, it feels fast and light and it's comfortable. So yeah, I still have to decide about that, but what I'm saying is like for my first run, I'm really impressed, you know, with the shoe. It's I would say like it's just overall it's amazing. I would say if there's one thing that actually had like an issue with the shoe is like, yeah, when I was running yesterday, I actually got a blister on my right heel right here. So like on my Achilles kind of area right here. So that's on the right side. And yeah, I would say it's a pretty I would say pretty major issue, but I think that's more of like on how I actually tie my shoe, because yeah, it depends like how tight I tied like the right side, because if the shoe is really giving me that some sort of like a rubbing issue when I run, I would also get that on the other on my left foot, but my left foot was fine. So I think it's more of like how I tie the shoe on the right side. So yeah, for me it's actually not a big deal. Of course it's my first run, so I just need to try it again and see if that really is still a problem. But yeah, I can say that this shoe is definitely a keeper for me. I like it, and yeah, I can't really wait to test this like on, you know, like longer stuff, like maybe like a half marathon kind of distance or even longer. This is all for today, guys. Thank you again so much for being here today. I'll see you guys in the next vlog.